It's Kenneth Beard here with Stock Indices, where I go over economic data reports and I go over technical analysis to put that all together for y'all, so you all can make so you all can make money making trades. So let's hop straight into this video. Today we have nothing across the board for economic indicators, so we're going to hop straight into these charts here. I know this video is super late, by the way. I was doing some things earlier, so I wasn't able to get to the charts and make a video, but I still wanted to make one for you all today. So if you are watching this video this late, that's crazy. It's insane. Thank you. But yeah, we're going to start here looking at the ES. Actually, no, don't want to start with the ES. Start with volatility. How's volatility looking here? So volatility is bouncing. We're getting a nice bounce off of the 15 level. We've seen 2 days of green candles pulling back towards the EMAs. So, reverting back to the mean, not too much, but just a little bit. I believe that if we get above that 18, then we'll see a pretty big pullback. I think that if we stay in that 18 to 15 ATR, range, I think that the pullbacks aren't gonna be as strong. We're gonna continue to get those 2 red day pullbacks followed by a push to all to new highs, having that smooth trend. So I think if we stay between 18 and 15, we'll see pretty decent, just consistent rallies, right? A consistent rally in the market, a consistent uptrend, a consistent trend. You can put it all those different ways. That's what I got for volatility. So if we move on to the ES here, this is what I've kind of been talking about this whole time. We've been staying in this smooth uptrend, far above the 21, way above the 21. 21's down here, we're up here with the moving average crossover right here. So signifying is that we're seeing a very strong trend. So right now it's looking like it's seeing some weakness up above, seeing it slow down, move sideways. So today we had a red day. From here we can see another red day. And then, it will continue its trend. That's what I'm thinking will happen if volatility stays in those levels. If volatility pops though above 18, going to 19, 20, I think we'll see a pullback. I know we'll see a pullback further than this one or this little indecisive red candle or anything like that. So still very strong for the S&P 500. Looking at bonds pushed up higher, has been seeing the same price action where we've been getting this sideways action, or this looks like a bit of a bull flag, before continuing higher. So usually, they do go alongside the overall market, and if bonds are rallying, usually the S&P 500 will be rallying as well. So we've been seeing some strength here in this market. So for bonds, just seeing some slow down momentum. Of course, last week we had the big 2 days. Now we're seeing some slow down momentum, which is normal after seeing this big extended move up towards the upside. It's only normal we see a bull flag, then can continue sideways. So, if we stay in that volatility range between 18 and 15, and then, volatility comes back down from 18 towards to back down to 16, 15, we'll see a pretty nice rally continuing for bonds as well as the S&P. And RTY here continuing its uptrend. Still seeing exuberant amount of strength ever since we broke out here. Just barely seeing any weakness at an indecisive day here. Continue to move higher. We can see as these candles are starting to just make some longer wicks, showing us that the sellers are pushing it down. Today we saw some weakness closed inside of this body here. So since we're close inside of that body, we can either see a close below the high of low day, or we could see a sideways movement, then continuation higher, which would be a good entry signal here. If we open up then tomorrow and we continue to go higher. So that's for RTY. Seeing some good strength on that one. Looking for it. The Qs. Seeing its second red day. We had a high of 400. Saw weakness, pulled back. And today, still saw weakness. So, had that red day. Went up higher. Made a higher low. Continued to go lower. So, that is a bearish signal here. When you get a high, not a higher low, a lower high. Lower highs in an uptrending market are always a bearish signal of some sort. Maybe it's not the market going into a bear trend, but could be a retracement of some sort or a larger pullback. But this is on a 4-hour chart, of course, so it doesn't have that big of an impact. On the daily, it's just a 2-bar pullback. And that's what I'm paying attention to, is this daily chart. So Q's seeing some weakness, seeing a healthy pullback after this long 12+% move towards the upside. Next one we'll look at is the DIA. Same thing, gapped up, saw weakness at the highs. So all of these indices seeing some sort of weakness, but that doesn't mean anything. We saw weakness here and we continue to move higher. As long as volatility stays in its maintained current levels, we should be okay. If volatility doesn't, though, you know what the deal is. So I want to go over one stock today that I currently went in and my thought process behind it. I entered into BE here on the break. Pretty simple gap and go play. We'll go back to the weekly chart. So had this level here. Now this level doesn't even need to be here, but I put it there. I really should have it down here. That's where it needs to be. So saw the gap up, we ran, pulled back, and it's a gap up level here, and we made some resistance here as well. So I charted that level, and today just about gapped up right above that level. Entered in somewhere halfway through this candle. I entered in on this one. And so most likely my rule is something I learned from a friend of mine is that, enter on the break of a strong close or enter in a break of a strong move supported by some sort of volume. We can see we had some nice volume come in on this one. Not as much as the gap, but you can see what the gap did. The volume is the cause and the price action is the effect. So the volume jumped and then we had earnings. Boom. We missed on earnings, but the stock was so strong from whatever reason, that we continued to move higher. So here I am in this with a stop. You know, I have a trailing stop about 9% under price at all times. And I'm looking for this thing to just move and move quickly in my favor. If it doesn't, then it's a failed play. But I think it's a high probability for the fact that the stock is so strong. Looking at the weekly, you know, we were seeing nice uptrend, pullback, bounced off of the 200. As soon as we bought off the 200, boom, making its way back up to all-time highs. So, you know, I like this one. I think it can make something shake, if you ask me. So that's my thought process behind it. I'm just managing the risk on it, and yeah, managing that risk. Trailing stops is something new that I'm implementing into my trading. You know, because it's, you know, what you ideally want to do is ride the trend for the long run, not for the long run, but you know, for a potential swing trade. And why get out the trade unless you get stopped? So, you know, I think the trailing stops is like it allows you to take as much profit as possible off the table. You know, it doesn't work for you. So that's what I'm implementing to my trading. Feel free to do it. But I will let you guys know how the trailing stops work and if they're really profitable. And so, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, though. I make these videos every single day, Monday to Friday, unless I have something really important to do. You know, unless, you know, if I got a family situation, something, you know, life happens. But other than that, I'm making videos every single day, breaking down my trades, breaking down my thought process on what I'm looking at. So you guys, if you see something that you want to implement into your trading that I do in my technical analysis, by all means, go ahead and do that, because this is why I am here. I'm here to help other people understand how to put all these things together and look at everything from a larger perspective to really get an yep, that's what I meant, understanding of what is happening in the stock that you are currently trying to trade. So I'm going to leave you all with this one. Click that video up in the right hand corner to see my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.